Hello everyone, welcome to next session of our SAP basis training. In this particular session, we will discuss about Java concepts with reference to SAP. We will also see a little bit fundamentals about Java. In general, Java is a well-known platform. Most of you already know how the Java environment works. However, for the newcomers who is starting SAP basis career new or coming to Java environment as new, then we can have little bit overview about Java. In general, we will see the conceptual about the Java. We will not see much into practical in this particular sessions. Mainly, we need to understand the architecture of a Java, how it is working in SAP. As a basis consultant, anyway, you will not do any programming in SAP system. However, it is important that you know the concept. So if you have a problem, so how to approach this specific problem, you need to know how the Java concepts works. As you know, in our web application server, that is in our SAP system, you have two platforms. That is, one is ABAP, another one is the Java platform. So in several application systems, you will see that you are running NetWeaver application server ABAP as well as NetWeaver application server Java. In general, this could be in one system or this could be in two different systems. One system could run only NetWeaver application server ABAP stack, and you can see one system running only NetWeaver server Java stack, that is separated into two, or it could be running in one same system. The systems which we seen before, this ECC, which have ABAP as well as Java, we will see later in our exercises how this Java system look like and how can we administrate this Java system. In general, the Java is not very much used nowadays in SAP, or it's not a recommended one at the moment, because there is new technologies which is already available, which is webbed in Pro ABAP. You could almost do a very kind of scenarios without using a Java platform. As a basis consultant, it is important that you familiarize the concept of Java and understand the Java environment better, so that you will be able to identify any problems which comes in your Java environment. In general, you should have seen this name Java being used in different places, not only in programming language, in different places. Also have a place name called Java. In general, if you see, Java allows the development in the large number of different applications, meanings the classic application which is using applets in web pages, or you can also develop application using client server applications. The basic of Java is Java was designed to be a platform independent application development. This means that the same Java program can be executed by any system environment which has a Java runtime environment. Maybe you should already seen Java runtime environment, that is JRE, in different platforms. So the concept behind the Java is quite important. That is a big turnaround in our IT industry when the Java concept came in. So it can be executed in any platform. So the platform independent development, that is the main concept behind Java, using the Java runtime environment. So in particular, if you see, the Java application can run in different systems, that can be based in different hardware first of all, or it can also have different programs, for example Windows, Microsoft Windows, or it could be also a Linux or Unix system, or a Mac OS system, or it could be also OS2 system. So any kind of software environment can support Java application, or it could be also in your cell phone or your tablet, or any other household uh, devices or an industrial applications can have Java application. Even you will see Java being used in washing machine or video recorder, or sometime in cars as well as traffic lights, because the environment to run the Java itself is quite small, so you can use this application in very easily in different environments. In older days, if you see that if you want to develop a program, for example, let's take the example of C++ programming or C programming. We used to use some kind of compilers, so wherever we are developing the C program. Let's assume you are developing the C program in a Windows platform, then you will have an PC compiler which is for Windows. If you are developing it for a Mac OS, then you will have a PC compiler for Mac. So if you are using it for Unix or Sun Solaris machine, then you will have a compiler for the Solaris. You will have compilers for different operating systems or different environment which you are developing the program. This has been eliminated in Java. You will use one compiler in Java. However, there will be interpreter which will be running in each environment. That's what we call this Java virtual machines, which will be running in your operating system. So the Java virtual machines, Java VMs, will work closely with your operating system. Then once you install the environment, the compiled program, once compiled program, can be executed in this VM within the built-in interpreter easily. So you don't need to develop the same Java program for different environment. That is the simplicity about the Java program. So once you develop one application in your Java environment, then this particular application can be used in any environment, irrespective of the operating system or the environment which you are running the Java virtual machine. Next, let us see what is SDK, that is Software Development Kit. The software development kit, you can also see here J2EE, that is Java 2 software development kit. That is because in the older days, in 90s, we had JDK, which is version 1. Okay, then it came version 1.2 and so on. So the platform 2, the Java platform 2 is represented as J2, Java 2 or J2EE, like this. In Java, we have different versions where the J2SE, Java 2 Standard Edition, is a normal software environment and which also commonly used for Java development kit. Then we have J2EE, that is Java 2 Enterprise Edition. This Enterprise Edition is an add-on to the J2SE, that is the standard edition, and integrates additional packages such as Enterprise, Java, Bean, as well as the servlets and GSPs and Java Mail APIs and etc. Then we have J2ME, that is Java Micro Editions. The Java Micro Edition is the small runtime environment which generally used in your telephones as well as PDAs. The small devices will use these micro editions. Next, let us have a look into the SDK tools, how the SDK tools being used when you are developing a Java application. You means developer is developing a Java application, then we need to understand how this SDK is being used, because as a basis consultant, we need to understand little bit how this is going to work, because they may use different type of files, which we need to understand what is this file contains. In general, whenever they use an editor to create a Java applications, they can use different kind of editors to create the Java application. The Java application is saved as a Java file, that is, for example, my program is the application which we are trying to create. So my program, this is the program name .java. This will be the application. Then this specific file will be compiled using Java C, that is Java compiler. You can see Java compiler will have different options. So they, once they create the application using the compiler, they will compile this application. If, let's say, if they find some errors, then they will correct it and then compile it again. Once this compilation is completed, let's say there is no error, then this will be converted as a class files. Each class of the Java will have its own class file. This could be more than one, again, depending on what kind of application they may be developing. So this will be generated as a class file, program.class. Then this specific class file can be interpreted, or you can use interpreter to interpret these files. Let's say this the option, the Java, then put the class file, then put the program argument. Here it will check again for any errors during the interpretation process. If, let's say, found some error, then we need to fix it again, then compile it, then we need to check the interpreters. Once this is interpreted, then this program is ready to execute in the VMs, wherever the operating system or whichever the environment we are trying to execute these particular programs. These programs will have applets. Applets means Java applets is small applications which can combine it together. In general, you can call from one application to another applications. Maybe you should have seen in some of your applications, the Java applications can be called from one to another ones, depending on how you design it in general. Then this all together is called also Java Bean. So the names and all is, maybe if it is new to you, then just to understand, these are all different names which will be used in some of your documentation or in the development cycle. Now let us see the J2E architecture, how this is working in our SAP environment. In general, what we have here is the database layer. The database could be any database, as you know, Oracle, or nowadays we can also use HANA. So you have database and the ERP system, which will be talking to the application layer, that is the J2EE. In the J2E engine, you have the web container and EJB container, that is Enterprise Java Bean, which in general act like a web server to execute the applications and so on. Yeah, this is the application layer. Then you have presentation layer. This presentation layer could be anything. As you know, the Java is being supported by many devices. It could be a mobile phone, laptop, or any other devices which has the web browser. This will be the typical architecture of J2EE. We can furthermore and see how the application layer looks like. You can see the J2EE application architecture, where you have J2EE server, where you have servlets, that is the Java applets. Then we have JSP pages, that is Java server pages. So this is a web container. Then we have EJB, that is Java Enterprise Bean. This will have different enterprise bean all put together. Then we will have EJB container. That EJB container will have more than one enterprise bean. Here you can see this the actual database, then this is our J2EE server, then we have the client machine. Client machine, as we seen, it could be any browser or any client applications which is trying to connect your Java bean, or it could be also connected to any other Java server based application which is running into the Java server. In this page, we can see the exact process, how this is being executed. You can see that we have presentation, application, and database layers. First, what it will do, the client sends a request to the server. You can see the web client is trying to send a request to the server, which is accepted by the servlets. That the servlets controller process the request and call the corresponding Java bean. Then the servlets will interact with the Java bean. Then the Java bean execute the application logic, then use a service and provide the application to the server that the JSP needs to be called depending on the servlets, or it will also check the services whether these services could be executed, or if in case of security needs to be verified. In the same process, it may be possible that you need to pull some information from your database, or you need to update some information to the database. That could be the request which may be coming from the clients. Once this is done, then the fifth step is the JSP fetches the result from the specific Java bean. Basically, it's done dynamically. Then the output of the particular change or particular result will be displayed to the client. In this case, it will be in HTML format and to display to the client. This is the way the J2EE works. Then you can see how this is been interacting with different components of J2EE. With this, we are coming to end of this particular session. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you in the next session. Bye bye.